So, we're going to stand up. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this week's meeting of Essex Business Forum. As you know, I'm Aidan Squire, I'm your meeting chairman. I get you through the agenda and more. Leadership team. Those who assist me need to be upstanding.
Good morning, I'm Paul Corrigan, I'm your social secretary.
Yes. Good morning, all. I'm Terry, your membership and recruit.
Good morning, I'm Scott, meeting secretary. Keep your stats and that's in place.
Oh, me next. I'm Jane Dandian. I am membership committee chairperson.
Thank you. Thank you all. Take your seated. I'm going to Ben again. Who had an email to us yesterday, so he's still functioning, but we look forward to when he's getting back. Moving on to the meeting itself, we start as always with the performance thing. Scott.
Yes, so just one week recorded so far in April, which means it's all still to fight for. Places at the top, third place, 61 points scored, is Brentwood. Second place, still in the 60s, 69 points for Stuart. Current leader, 90 points. So a good, healthy lead at the top. But all to pay for anything.
Thanks, Scott. Education presentation. Somebody's doing it. In fact, I believe it's still doing you.
No, it's not. Morning. I want to share something that sounds almost too simple, but it works. It's called the 5% rule. As business owners, we're wired to think big. We tell ourselves, I need a new strategy. I need to overhaul my marketing. I need to completely rethink how I do this. And it feels productive, it feels powerful, it feels ambitious. But the reality is, big change is hard to start. It's hard to sustain. It's very easy to quietly drop when you realise it's just too impactful on what you're doing day to day. And we've all had those moments when we've decided to completely change something, and then a week later, it's gone. When Sir David Brailsford took over the Great Britain cycling team in 2002 as performance director, British cycling was terrible. Up to that point, they'd won just one Olympic gold medal in nearly 100 years. So not exactly a dominant force. Now you might expect he went in and he completely overhauled everything. New systems, new structures, big bold changes. But that's not what he did. Instead, he focused on what he called the aggregation of marginal gains. The idea was simple. If you improve lots of things just by a tiny amount, the overall result will be significant. So he looked at everything. There were slight changes to the aerodynamics of the bikes, little tweaks to people's nutrition. They adjusted training programs. They improved sleep and recovery. And they even introduced things like hand hygiene in order to reduce sickness and illness. Individually, each of these changes was tiny, but together, the results were extraordinary. In 2002, we'd won one gold medal in 100 years in the Olympics. At Beijing 2008, we won 7 of the 10 gold medals on track cycling. At the London 2012 Olympics, they did it again. And in the same era, British riders went on to win the Tour de France 6 times in 7 years. And up until now, it's not been proven whether that was on drugs or not. So from average to completely dominant, all built on small, consistent changes. Now, we're not training for the Olympics, so looking around the room, can't see any elite athletes. Terry's do. But the principle in business is exactly the same. Instead of asking, what do I need to completely change? Ask yourself, what can I improve by just 5%? Because 5% is manageable, it's realistic, and it's sustainable. And you can do it even on a busy day. So in our businesses, what might that mean? It might mean just one better follow-up with a client. One more picking the phone up. Slightly changing the message that you send to people. Asking one extra question of a client and responding that a little bit quicker. None of those things take much time, but if you do them and it becomes part of your habit and part of the way you operate, those little changes will start building up. So the power of the 5% rule is about consistency, because these small improvements compound over time. A slightly better conversation builds more trust. More trust leads to, in this case, better referrals. Better referrals means better clients, means more money. And over time, you look back and realise everything was improved without one big dramatic change. So here's my challenge for you this week. Don't try to overhaul your business. Don't try to make seismic changes if things aren't quite working out. Don't create a massive plan. Just pick one thing today and make it 5% better. Because the people who succeed long term aren't the ones making big dramatic moves. They're the ones quietly improving things one little bit at a time. And they might make the Olympic athletes of the year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right, membership matters. Do you have anything to report to the meeting, Terry?
Nothing.
Right, well that simplifies things because I now move on to the 62nd round. Your chance in 60 seconds to promote your business in front of all of us and ask for specific referrals. So, send round the business card box, you know what you've got to do with that. Send round that the bits of paper so that we can assess what we're going to do this week, how we're doing this week. The winner of the Oscar was Sally, and she will be listening out carefully, and she will go first. Our bellman is Paul. You know what happens there when you sit down, when you hear the double bell, make sure you sit down as you go round already. So, let's get it underway. Sally is going to go first, and Blake is going to go second.
Morning everyone, Sally Waters from Land Home Fragrances. Today I've brought my fragrance of the month with me, which is Escape, and you've all got a little sample that you can have a sniff of on your in front of you. You can hang them in your car or stick on your key ring or throw them in the bin. Recycling, obviously. Basically, that fragrance is a summer fragrance. So if you're looking to refresh your home or your offices and make them smell like summer, especially after yesterday, it's got top notes of bergamot, so it's really lovely and fresh and tropical with hints of vanilla, hints of coconut. The ladies love it. It's a lovely gift for the wife if you like to do that. And we have it in a reed diffuser. It's part of our white collection, so it comes with the white reeds and the white bottle. Same for the candle, and you also have it in a room mist. So that's Sally from Land Home Fragrances, bringing Escape to you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. Looking for the sausage sandwich one that you do.
Wait till I do my 10 minutes.
Blake, you're next, and you're followed by Steve.
Morning everyone. I thought again this week I share something we've playing. So this here is an IR receiver. What are you going to feel? This here is an IR receiver. It's a Wi-Fi IR receiver, which comes with an app for your phone. So any device that isn't natively a Wi-Fi device can still be controlled by a smartphone. So this can control old Hi-Fis, TVs, anything with an IR that's not smart, this can control. It's about 10 quid and controls everything. Really good, really fun. And another thing I'm working on this week is integrating voice over IP into my smartphone, which means from my phone I can call my house and talk to my AI home assistant to control my house. So I get Jarvis. All good, and I'll show you next week if I get working properly.
Let's make some view into the future. Steve, you're next. You're followed by Paul Curry.
Right, good morning guys, I'm Steve Shilton, Account Director for ERB Commercial Risks. So I'll just give you a bit of a feel for some of the stuff I've been looking at over the last week. So I am currently working on a construction firm that's 20 million turnover, that's doing a number of residential house builds. Also working on a close security protection company that's going to be guarding some rather important people, which is a new company that's being set up. That's quite convoluted to say the least, doing that cover. Also dealing with some PR requirements for a cladding company, as well as doing a fleet for a skip hire company and associated liabilities. So, as well as dealing with an office policy and a property portfolio. So this is just some of the things that crossed my desk in the last week, which means I have to be quite light on my feet in regards to what I'm actually dealing with and being familiar with the right markets in order to get stuff sorted out. So, I'm Steve from ERB. If you need me, give me a shout.
Thank you, Steve. Paul, you're next. You're followed by Mike.
Morning, I'm Paul Corrigan from Saltaire Plumbing and Heating. This morning I don't want to talk to you about plumbing or heating. I want to talk to you about air conditioning, about cooling. The last few days have been lovely, and now's the best time than any to get a free quote for an air conditioning unit. It's considered a renewable energy, so it's 0% VAT. And we can also finance it, so we can get up to 2 years 0% or up to 10 years at 10.9% interest to spread the cost. It not only cools, but it heats as well. They're around 300% efficient, so that means every 1 kilowatt of energy you put into it, you get about 3 kilowatts out of it. It's an ideal bit of kit. So anyway, if you know of anyone, or if you're interested yourself, please pop my way. Thanks very much.
Mike, you're followed by Toby.
Good morning everyone, Mike from Black Multimedia. I'm looking for contacts anyone might know in all the really sort of dull industries that no one really knows exists. Drive around and see in Referrals all these sort of big commercial units with names that you've not heard of, and they do things like warehouse racking or office furniture or fitments for farm machinery. And some type of stuff you don't even really consider being designed and built over here, but a lot of those businesses are actually worth millions of pounds, and they're big developed businesses and they're machinery machines. And they're the sort of businesses that benefit really well from things like an overview sort of rolling video that when you go to the website, you click on it and you get an immediate visual about what they do and what they're providing and their level of sort of business appeal. So yeah, I'm just looking for contacts in any industries that you might know that no one knows exists, but I'm hoping you might. So it's Mike at Black Multimedia. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Toby, you're followed by Matt.
Morning everyone. This is somebody recently I met, let's call her Sarah because that was everything. She runs a small business basically providing health and safety support to other businesses. She's experienced cleaning the game many years. She knows what she wants, she's very good at it, and she's got real potential there. But she's busy all the time, clients, emails, day-to-day stuff, delivery. She said something really stuck with me. She said, I'm really, really busy, but I don't seem to actually be growing, and I don't know why. And I think that's the trap that a lot of business owners can fall into. The issue isn't her effort, it's her clarity. It's her clarity of what she should actually be focusing on to grow it. A clarity of what she needs to stop doing, what she needs to start doing. Clarity of what will make the biggest difference. What are those 5% that Paul's talking about? But without that, even a great business that's working really hard won't necessarily grow, just tick along. So it's about giving her a focused directional plan, and so that she can really grow the business in the area she wants to. So if you know Sarah, then please put me in touch. Thank you.
Thank you, Toby. Matt, you're followed by Stuart.
Good morning, everyone. Matt from Blue Sarah. Just a very sort of simple overview and reminder of our services. So we are a branding and creative marketing agency. So we can help all kinds of organisations, however big or small, and we do. Not only understanding where their brand sits in their business and in their alignment and in their marketplace, but also how to maximise brand to be able to push on their services, and to be able to see that through into implementation from creating marketing campaigns and strategies, to managing events, to just updating and creating a whole brand collateral that's consistent with your organisation. So if that's something that you're looking to renew now in the new financial year and you're looking ahead, then please do get in touch with me. Thank you.
Followed by Catherine.
Morning everybody, Stuart from LG Networks. I mentioned to you a few weeks ago that we've been awarded a project for the upgrade of the Simpsons Tavern in Cornhill, 13.5 Cornhill is his address, which I think this is brilliant. It's down these little country, the little city lanes, you never find it unless you go looking for it. But we're going to be working on that probably through till August, September time. So it's quite a big project for us, but we're going to be doing quite a lot of different bits there. The first part of which we have to do is order their internet connection and do that first because that takes the longest lead time. Being right in the city of London, there are so many providers, obviously all the big ones, Virgin, BT, etc. But there are loads of smaller independent companies like Warboss and ITS and people like that, smaller firms. But there's something we can do. We can look at all of those different providers. We go through one portal, we get all those pricing through, and we can do that direct to the customers, get them the best possible price. So that's stage one, that's on order, and I'll completely update you as we go through the project. Stuart from LG Networks.
Yes, Stuart. Catherine, followed by Hardware.
Morning everyone, Catherine Foley, English Tutor Plus. So it's Stress Awareness Month, I don't know if you know that. So here are 3 ways I can help people reduce their stress level. So the first thing is hire a tutor. Parents can rid themselves of anxious children asking them questions about topics they don't understand by paying me to answer these questions for them. Secondly, hire a proofreader. Students can be free from the stress of worrying that their hours of research, drafting and writing will be wasted through poor grammar, spelling and punctuation and help them achieve fluency and accuracy. Thirdly, hire a human writer. Business owners can stop stressing that they haven't got the time to update their websites with new blogs, case studies, or getting me to write them for them. So don't let stress get control of your sleep, your health, or your life. Delegate your worries to someone.
Thank you, Catherine. Barbara, you're followed by Leanne.
Morning, Clara Downton, Downton Mortgages and Financial Services. So I'm going to ignore the mortgage market for a little bit today and just talk about one of the other services that I have mentioned before that I do. They're called mortgage capacity statements. And when people are getting divorced, they often need to have an idea as to what they may be able to do with regard to getting a mortgage on the other side of the divorce. And this really helps with agreeing financial settlements and things like that. What I do with those reports is that I give people an indication as to what different factors may impact on how much they can borrow and therefore their affordability to buy a house afterwards. So I can do different scenarios and help them understand what the future might look like. So if you know anybody who is either a solicitor or maybe going through divorce or sort of those kinds of areas, then I'm very happy to kind of help and look to produce these reports. I recently got feedback from a solicitor telling me that a judge had specifically said how good my report was and how they had made their decisions based on the information in it. So I have got accolades for my work. So if you know of anybody, very happy to help. Sorry.
Leanne, you are next and you're followed by Terry.
Good morning, everybody. I viewed a house yesterday, an old farmhouse, and most people probably ran a mile. Well, I almost did. There was a spider in the room, but that's beside the point. But I saw potential in this house. It's an old farmhouse. It's had a couple of extensions, just add-on, nothing thought about, and I saw the potential. And so I just want to explain that, when I see these things, there's going to be problems when you've got like a 200-300 years old house. There is going to be issues. So I can work with the clients and I can see what we could do. And then there were some issues that I thought we might have a problem with that. I can solve those problems as well. And I work with a brilliant architect that you all know that can help resolve problems and make it a beautiful family home. So if you do know anyone that's looking to move maybe and all they can afford is sort of something that might need a little bit of work, put them in touch with me because I can give them ideas and I can create a beautiful family home for them. Thank you, that's Leanne of Booking Interiors.
Leanne, Terry, you're followed by Paul Review.
Thanks, Dave. Good morning, everybody. Terry Maiden from CM Law. So I've got a bit of a mixed bag this week. There is a theme. And I had about 3 new inquiries, and meetings with 2 of the 3 on builders who have done work and haven't been paid the final amount. And it's kind of a theme for a reason, because their paperwork isn't really up to scratch. I don't know anything about whether the work is or not, so I haven't got that deep yet, but the lesson sort of I picked up from those 3 is, you've got to get your paperwork in order, stage payments and all the paperwork in order. So when they get to the position they're in now, they can just say, look, I've done the work up to this stage, there's the documents, and I want paying. So a fairly obvious takeaway. The other theme this week is landlord and tenants. We're getting lots of inquiries from landlords who are panicking, they haven't got enough time to serve a Section 21 notice. We've got plenty of time, we've got another 3 weeks. Now any landlords that are panicking, put them in touch, I can deal with it, it's not a problem. I know how to deal with it, and also I can advise them about what's going to happen after the 30th of April. So no next here of law, thank you.
Harry, you're followed by Dave.
Paul Lewis is celebrate, commemorate life important milestones. I met with a family last week who had lost their mum, who was in her late 90s. Now, when we started talking, obviously they knew the date she was born, birth certificate, they knew the date she got married, marriage certificate, obviously they knew the date she passed away. They knew she'd been evacuated as a kid, they knew she grew up in the East End somewhere. Other than that, the amount of information they certainly knew about her early life was very scant. Now, rather than the eulogy that I've created for them being a list of she was born here, she was married here, whatever, my job is actually to create some magic around them. So I looked at the evacuation thing, for example, and I set the scene. I set the scene of what it must have felt like for an 11-year-old child to be evacuated to Norfolk. And that's part of what I do, that's part of the magic of what I do, which is taking basic facts and turn them into a really meaningful and empowering life story. I'm Paul Lewis at Celebrate, here to help you celebrate and make life cool.
I love getting evacuated. Dave, you're next.
Morning, everybody. Dave from Local Electrical. This week I'm looking for 2 things in particular. One is people who want their fuse boards changed. We haven't actually changed the fuse boards for probably about maybe 6 weeks or so. This week we changed 5. They just sort of come along like sort of done to us, but that's a really good referral if you want your fuse boards checked. The latest one's got surge protection, so if you have a lightning strike or a voltage surge, it trips the device inside it, protects your computers and stuff like that. Also, testing as well. I've talked about it a lot, but testing is a really good referral for us. Often leads on to extra work. So, anybody wants their fuse board checked or some testing done for landlords, that sort of stuff, then please give me a call. It's Dave from Local Electrical.
Silvia, you're followed by John.
Good morning, everyone. Silvia Nedeva from SME. Do you know that the carpets can actually hold 4 times its own weight of dust and allergens and dirt? So it's really important to clean the carpets at home. We do domestic carpeting, but I would say it's really important in your office as well, because there are traffic areas that you have no idea how much dirt we can actually extract with one clean. And we do recommend office carpets or communal area carpets, the stairs, the windows, to be cleaned at least once a year or twice a year. It's all depending on traffic. So this week I'm looking to connect with block management companies or anyone, if you know anyone who managing blocks, would be really appreciate to introduce me so we can bring the area for them. Thank you.
John, you're followed by
Good morning, everybody. Today I want to talk about the power of ETM. From a referral to Stuart Douglas for Solvent Stevenage, we installed the safety system on the electric motors. Based on the work we did there, we got the order for 2 new entry barriers. Based on the work they did there, when they asked for their intercoms to be upgraded, an extra handsets, we gave them an honest quote, and they got quotes from everybody else. And we weren't the cheapest, but we were open and honest with them, told them that the system was obsolete. It actually failed 3 days later. So now they've given us the order to replace their intercoms. Based on that, we've also got the order to replace the barrier at a lorry driver. So just from 1 referral from Stuart, we've got 5 more referrals. So that's the power of the action. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Got your next and you're followed by James.
Good morning, folks. We want to ask a question this morning. How important is accessibility for you, and more importantly, how important is it for your customers, those viewers of your website that might not be able to read your content because the type is too small or your colour contrast isn't quite right, whatever? It's incredibly easy to just plug in a tool that gives people that option to click the button, turn on the accessibility controls and increase the size of your text, or change the colours into high contrast mode, or just to read aloud your content for you. So incredibly easy to do. If accessibility is something you'd like to turn on for your customers, Google finds it obviously very rewarding, so if you have those things in place, you will be perceived to make your business. It's not relevant for everybody. It can help you also create your accessibility statement and page. If you're interested in understanding that and maximising it, quick and easy, it's cool.
Not James, your next.
Hello there, Jane here. Did you know Roger worked at the Playboy Club? And secret food. We still have Bunny Sandra's tail in his secret box that he doesn't think I know about. There we go. So, when you look at us and you think cakes and scones and sandwiches, that's true. But actually, we're a whole lot more. And we've run restaurants in the past. We've run a wedding venue for 20 years. We have run a tea room. He's run a city club. We can do it all. These days, we don't provide the waiting staff and come and do a wedding, but we can deliver food for your parties and your finger food or your office events. So please don't just think Victoria Sponge. Think Bunny Girls and the works. I'll tell you all about it after if you want to know more. Jane from the English Cream Tea Company, please expand your thoughts on us.
Jane, I only want to know one thing. Do you make ears for him?
I've worn the ears. Roger has not.
You see, it's a valiant household. She wears the ears. Jane Squire from Tea and More. If you're trading with a limited company, just effectively one person using a limited company as their vehicle, you should be making sure, particularly with their suppliers, that you've got a personal guarantee with the person who is actually dealing with it. It's a template that I can produce for you. It's a one-off template. And what possible reason could that person you're dealing with refuse? So 350 plus that is what I charge for producing that template that can be used for all customers who might be limited companies, individuals behind them. 250 to merchants and members. And whilst you're dealing with them, ask them where they've got all their help. Tell them that if they don't enter into the guarantee, then they'll probably need it if they fall behind a step. So Smarty and more, and all.
Morning. Example tax planning at its best. So, question for you: what's the highest rate of income tax in the UK?
40.
60% is the correct rate. It's not a true rate; it's a marginal rate. So, the rate between 100 and 125,040 is actually 60% because you lose your personal allowances by £1 for every £2 above 100k. So, imagine you're earning 110. Okay, you put 10k into your pension scheme, gross, it's only costing you 4k. But more than that, free childcare up to 30 hours a week between the ages of 9 months and 4 years is free if your income is below 100k. So, if you, in that example, if you put 11k in, then you can qualify for 30 years. So really, that 11k contribution to bring you to below 100k does not cost you anything at all. So that's the type of tax planning we can do. If you don't want to need some tax help, please look my way. Full booth for a good and code. Be nice tax.
Thank you very much, Paul. Right, that's the end of the 66th round. Well done to everybody for their contributions. Sally.
Right, well, I did pay attention, surprisingly. So, Paul is such a cool dude with the aircon. I like that. Hopefully, it's going to get nice and hot. And Clara, I thought that your diversification in the face of mortgage adversity right now was very good. But I have to say that I should stand up and award the Oscar to John, because I thought that it was really good that you highlighted to everyone today the importance of why we're all here and why we all wake up at 5 o'clock and get here at 6:30.
Thank you, Sally. Well done, John. Right, that's us sorted down on the 62nd round. What we move on to next, as always, is the meeting secretary.
Yes, just a small handful of referrals this morning, so if you haven't got any, please do. £6,000 worth of business recorded since last week, and a certificate to get out. This goes to our winner of the Performance League.
Right, well done, Stuart. Thanks for that. Right, I think it's fair to say that we now move on to the technical presentation.
Hey everyone, my name is Silvia and I'm running S&P is commercial and specialist training services company. So the main thing, the reason actually I was looking at the commercial side, it's more dynamic, and another one thing is because your space speaks before you do. So the clinic is not just a clinic. It speaks about who you are, about your business, how much you care. I don't know, guys, but many of you had the situation when you go into a shop or coffee shop and you decide not to. Sometimes you say like, it's too, the queue is too big or something like that. Actually, it's not. You just want something and you decide. If they don't really care about the clinic, it's the first thing you say there. So I don't really want to think what is behind the scenes. So just a little bit about my journey. So I started 2014 as self-employed domestic cleaner. 2016, it was my first partnership with the state agent, and we started doing anti-tenancy big cleans. 1 year after that, we bought our first carpet cleaning machine and started with residential carpet cleaning. I could say probably another 1 year I needed until we got into the commercial carpet cleaning as well. 2019, we got the partnership with the pest control company and was introduced to hoarding, contamination, and after that cleaning. 2020, COVID cleans. We've done quite a lot for university and from 2021, actually I stepped back from the clinic and I started running my business. 2014 to 2021, I was actively doing the cleaning. So my work started early morning, I finished with my team, and then in the evening I'd be doing my admin work, so like 18 hours every day. It was crazy. And I would like to share some the reviews we got from our customers. This one, Daniel, is a landlord, and so what he says, absolutely brilliant service, and he blown away by the quality. And the most important thing is that he saves a lot of money on items he thought he have to replace. Because the tenant trashed the property. This is just an example of one of the things for everyone to see is mattress cleaning. It looks quite nice here, but in the real time it was horrible. So I personally didn't believe we could get into this stage, like completely new. But we was able. There was a lot of items in the property. So so the cleaning is really important. It's sometimes can really restore the items. And you can save a lot of money. There is another one, same situation, the tenants didn't look after the property. This is from an estate agent, Charlie, with the landlord. They said they're really surprised with the level of cleaning with them, because they thought they need to do some work in order to market the property, because the property actually has been cleaned when they checked it. It look quite bad. So they asked us if we can go and do second clean. So we've done the cleaning and they mark it straight away without any work involved. And this is another one of our jobs. This is Don Carter House from the University of London. When they got this building, we was assigned to do the deep cleaning. It took a little bit more than a month. I started with 10 people in the building doing the deep cleaning. I believe on the second we will have to increase to 15 people. And this is an email to Alice, which is the operation manager in London. So the manager of the building sent the email to the operation manager, and that email has been shared with us. And we here were called EBS staff because we got this job to the pest control company who got contracts, so we work under them. And they really appreciate about our work, and they say the same thing. There areas that they thought they need to do some work in order to use. Actually, after the cleaning, they was good to go. And here's some types of the cleanings we do. Community, this is a small building here in Court Church. We do it once a month. The landlord has issues with the tenants. They keep complaints about the cleanliness in the entrance, because actually they share entrance with the Costa Coffee, so you can imagine how much dirt gets in. So we do it just once a month and no more issues, okay? This is office, it's in Romford. We started 2 years ago just as backup when the cleaner is on holiday. And after the second clean, they asked us if we can get the cleaning, and they terminate the cleaning agreement with another one company. They was really happy with our work, and this is workshop workplace called Three Tools here in Essex. So this environment is a bit tricky, but because we know exactly what we do, we have agreement what they expect of us. So we work for them more than 2 years. It's third year now. Yeah, that's the funny part. I know we have breakfast in the morning, so I choose the best images, so I got more. But just an idea what we can do. This is from last month with there was a couple of properties there. So the government pay for the builders to replace the kitchen and bathroom, but when the builders went in, it wasn't possible to start it. It's not safety, so we can't go clean and make them. But actually, as you can see after the cleaning, it doesn't look like it's refurbished anymore. So this is the job I can say we most really enjoy. I know it's really dirty, the satisfaction and the transformation, it's amazing. I just love it. And yes, I mentioned on my 60 seconds, these are two buildings. We just done the cleaning recently in the beginning of April. Communal areas, this block is 5 floors and this one is 3 floors. So we done the cleaning again. The tenants has been complaining. It's central from the world. People really was looking after the building and their homes, and they was complaining because the delivery guys bring a lot of dirt and it goes into their homes. So that's twice a year they cleaning. So That's our main services we do provide. I'm looking for more work. The key partners are estate and letting agents. We've been working a lot. I'm really happy to get more pest control companies, work on housing associations, facility and block management companies is something that is my focus because I really want to grow this communal areas section of our services. Construction companies, we've got massive experience on after-builders cleaning. It's been mainly on domestic side, people do some refurbish and we've done the cleaning. We've done for companies just few jobs and definitely would like to partnership with more construction companies, and insurance companies are good referrals for us. And yeah, so that's it. From day clean to complex environment, we support your business every day and every level. Thank you.
You mentioned pest control companies a couple of times.
Yes.
I've unfortunately been working with one this week, learning all about that kind of thing. I just happily introduce you to them. Do you often have referrals that can go that way as well? Do you both feed each other? Business?
Yeah, we can. Because let's say when I go this hoarding cleaning, I need someone actually to take out all the rubbish. So that is when I go to work on my own. So I need a pest control company to help me. And when they go this hoarding cleaning, they need us because the level of cleaning we can deliver, it's way better that they can. They're better in the pest control.
I'm trying to get them here, so I'll work on that.
Yeah.
Said.
Thank you.
Very good. So hoarding, and clutter. Apparently the British are particularly prone to clutter.
Yeah.
But when you're called into hoarding operations, presumably it's because the hoarder is no longer living there.
Actually, we've done cleanings for people who do live there as well.
And will they let you do your work?
Yeah, it's really sensitive
Yes.
job. So I'm always there because I want to make sure on this type of jobs we do the things. And for many people it's just rubbish. For them it's not at all.
Okay.
So I need to spend some time with them and to understand what is important for them. We really try to make them environment safe. At the same time, not them to feel like someone come and just throw away everything.
Yes.
So yeah, it's sensitive, but we do work, and I love this kind of jobs. There was one lady I just got this when I think about. She was so ashamed that she was crying outside when she sold the house. Actually, that my first job like that. When we did the cleaning, it wasn't really nice experience. I mean, the actual cleaning. But then when I saw the lady and how hard it was for her, and she said, I wanted this like for years, but I was ashamed to ask for help.
Right.
So that's where it changed, and I really love this kind of jobs.
Nice.
Yeah.
I imagine it's like a really satisfying job for you started something and then at the end of the day you've got made such a good version.
Yeah.
Because there's only bits that you particularly really enjoy, or just sort of really transforming a terrible carpet or a terrible kitchen or something like that. The bits make you stand back and go, "Oh, we've really done a good job."
Satisfaction is that what drives me away. I can't say like I regret this kind of job, but when it's really clean, just this thing, for me the most important is to deliver something that the people will really enjoy, they will value, and the satisfaction, that's the most important for me.
Do you have a set fee for carpet cleaning? What is it?
The fees.
Yeah, for carpet cleaning.
Yeah, so when it's house, it's based on the size of the room.
Yeah.
So living room, and when it's office cleaning, it's square meter.
So if I just tell you the size, then you
Yeah, I can do straight away. It's actually on my phone. It's not live. It's still we use it, me and my team, to send estimates, but it's gonna be live soon. It just the size of the it's a office or it's community areas and the cost of it. Yeah.
Have you come across any other cleaning companies where they're either really expensive or really poor at what they're doing, just so you can maybe look out for them, it's just easier to refer you?
Yeah, you mean something companies that we charge a lot on?
Yeah, all really bad as well, yeah.
I think this is in every business.
Yeah.
People that charge a lot, they don't really
Yeah.
not all of them. Actually, I believe because I'm not good in marketing, so the main clients I got is because they haven't been satisfied by someone, other cleaning companies. And when you asked about this, and also I'm working with a lady. She got a cleaning company in several from Romania, and this carpet cleaning, the communal areas actually comes from her. So she had issues with end of tenancy cleaning because she couldn't deliver the standard that the state agent asking. So she contacted me, and now we are working in partnership. I'm doing all the carpet cleaning, but then tenancy cleaning for her because her staff can do it.
Yeah, but I've got a couple of estate agent clients, and it's just the area. One is in Chelmsford, the paying will do with letting, and the other one is in Leon-Sea. Are they sort of within your area or not really? Because their properties will be in that area.
Yeah, all Essex.
Okay.
And London, I would say I would love to work from like East London and all Essex estate agencies. I used to work with a lot of estate agencies in Wimbledon, SW, all this also, but it's really difficult for me and the team. The travel time is just too much. So that's why we want. But all Essex area is perfect for us.
Well done, Silvia. Thank you very much. Don't want yourself comfortable. If you can do the run, please. We'll start with Paul and work around.
Yeah, really good question. So thank you for that. And Paul, excellent. Excellent, really useful, thank you. I have thank you, Money for Paul, and a couple of ex-members donated.
Thank you, Silvia. That's excellent. I think when you get a lot of questions like that, it shows you've given thought-provoking 10 minutes to those. That was excellent. Very well done. Likewise, Paul. Excellent. I'd like very similar to the will it make the boat go faster? Yeah, which is on that before. Thank you, John, for the first 36 seconds. Excellent team. Excellent. Excellent. Another sort of thing, in fact, if I ever get to do one, is do you have the right people on the bus? Is someone that's that one? Anyway, brilliant 10 minutes, really, really well done. If only you were a little bit closer to Bristol and Durham, I could send you on to my daughter's hospitals that are there in combination. I mean, especially I was in Durham this weekend. It's I thought you showed it on there actually. Anyway, lovely to see you all. Susie.
Thanks for your slot, Paul. Perfect as always, man. And I love that 10 minutes, Silvia. Especially the holders. I've worked for a few holders. It's the weirdest thing. It's like the cleanest little footpaths going through all this mess. And they can store stuff in their ovens and what is just rubbish to them is like treasures. So yeah, it must have a special talent, definitely. I have a one-to-one with Jane, which was wonderful last week, Jane.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I've got a referral to Matt for the advertising board. I don't know if I've mentioned it once or twice, maybe I'm sponsoring the Morton Mud Race. And Matt's team have just been awesome, absolutely awesome, honestly. So yeah, massive compliments. There you go. Thanks all.
Yeah, thanks for the excellent one. Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, really good. It's good to see what you're doing. I've got one referral from mine. I'll chat afterwards about it. Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Thank you to Paul at the end there, and one to Stuart. One to Stuart as well. And on to this one.
Done some work with us, morning, but lovely job. And I've got to say, to the estate agents I'm very close with, I'll give you their details, I'll speak to them as well.
Okay.
Not totally cold for you.
Yeah.
Then what they're making like, you can charm them and talk. So, that's Paul, really good. You know those browsers from Manchester United, is he going to make those little subtle changes there?
I hope
Sorry, thank you for running for Paul. Thank you for that. Oh yes, thank you for Paul.
Brilliant, really good 10 minutes. I know that we'll be chatting on the international also the cost thing, but you really knows and speaking about pathways of growth. Like, and it's really clear, really good discussion. No disclaimer today, but I just want to say, Paul Boo must be a world record holder in getting company accounts finalised and filed. My year end was 31st of March, so we filed the accounts for various reasons on the 2nd of April, like 2 days. Incredible. So thank you. Enjoy working with you.
Jeremy, well done on the first 10 minutes. It's always scary. Yeah. Yeah, well done, Paul. Great. I won't be here next week. I'll see you the week after.
We had a one-to-one last week. I learned a little about Silvia's business, but that was excellent. Really well done. Really good. Paul. And like everyone else said, brilliant. It's not, Matt, I'll get you on the road, so if you said you've got something to say, I'll fuck you with it. Don't worry. It's dangerous thing to say. Making money to an ex-member, a couple to Terry, and one to Matt, something like that. Wherever you want.
Yes, thank you for the 10 minutes, and thank you very much for the job you did for me. 2 carpets were very wonderful, and they cleaned them, but the thing they didn't know is they turned up, these rooms were clear, both rooms were clear, and the stairs were clear. If they'd have opened the door, they'd have seen everything I shifted over. So I've got a referral for Paul. I've got 2 other referrals here that are looking at just Paul problems. And I've got one for Sarah Smith and one for Howard Board, both at neither of whom are here. And I'm sort of remember that there's no time. Right, excellent, but good 10 minutes.
Yeah, just start saying the same thing. Fantastic first 10 minutes. Presentation was really good, and certain things like pest controls and stuff didn't even occur to me. So I think pest control well. I do like pest control, so I'll make a mention. Paul, great as usual. Thank you very much. And yeah, nothing particularly exciting. David, yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, they gave me a referral to basically a company that do production events, video work, which is not something I push a lot in the meetings because it's kind of on the boundary of what's on the black and media or separate. But if anyone knows people in those industries, I'd like to have a chat. So thank you very much.
Excellent meeting, fantastic first 10 minutes, Silvia. I love how professional and how driven you are in your business. I follow somebody on Instagram that does the order clearance. They do it in like stop motion.
Yes,
no, stop motion. Time lapse. Time lapse. You should do that. So, get yourself all over that. Excellent S-Lock Paul. Situation that I was going to talk about marginal gains for my S-Lock next week, so that's a different one. But I think really important point there is that people are resistant to change. So if they just see slight improvements here and there, it's not changing. So yeah, excellent. Thank you to Blake who helped me out with something during the week that I've been trying to get AI to do for about a day. Blake got it sorted about half hour. So, yeah, very good there. And then the quite counts as a social Paul, but we bumped into each other and kept in.
Yeah, that's really brilliant. I used to really love watching how clean is your house sort of fun. So that really appealed to me. I would love to have a tactful way of referring you to some of the students I work with. My friend's a cleaner, but I can't do that. It's a really great head start. Next time I'm planning to see any Olympics, I'll bear that in mind. Have a good week, everybody.
Yeah, fantastic. I have fantastic techniques. We do a lot of work for builders, so we put your name through to the builders when they do DCPM. And great, it's on. I've got a referral for Clara, who I haven't been ill, and I've got more thank you to the money to students I've got to refer as well. I won't see you next week, so I can support them.
Yeah, brilliant meeting. Great to hear about your sort of stuff, and it all kind of expands out of kind of the areas that you'd even think. You know, from a clutter point of view, I had one client with equity release, which the first lender wouldn't actually give her equity release because she had so much clutter. They were concerned what the state of the property would be when she eventually did die. So we had to get a lender that was comfortable with that, but in between her daughter had to go in and help her declutter a little bit before a lender would lend her money. And you don't think about things like that actually it can impact whether or not somebody can get a mortgage, but with things like equity release, they're so concerned about what the property will be like at the end, that it is, you know, a factor. So it may be something that, you know, I'm kind of looking at in future. I don't think I've had many clients yet with that level of clutter, but, you know, that was eye-opening to me because it didn't occur to me that it would be a problem until I'm in that situation kind of thing. So it's interesting. I think I haven't got sort of many sort of things at the moment. There's a lot going on in the mortgage market, so it's been fun and games, but hopefully things will calm down, and I'd like to get a few one-to-ones, yourself included. So if anyone's got a time slot, then I'm very happy to jump on Zoom or something like that to kind of catch up with people, so let me know. Cool, thank you.
Yeah, great presentation, really good. I know when we had that one-to-one, it was really interesting, some of the stories you told us. So yeah, I think it's brilliant what you do. And I love the declutter thing as well. Just watching different programs, you see the emotional attachment some people have to things. You think, why? But that's me and that's them. So yeah, well done on that. Great head stops. Thank you, good reminder. I just want to, oh God, I can't do the word now. Say to Jane, thank you for the platter. God, I can't speak this morning. Thank you for the platter you did for my birthday thing. It was absolutely amazing. In fact, it stole the show. Everyone was so impressed with it. I think they forgot that it was my birthday. But hey, you know, the platter was amazing. Yeah, so thank you very much, and I can highly recommend your services. See you all next week.
Thank you.
Right, I have a referral for Ben, who is not here.
Yeah.
So that's Social Steps, and Sarah, who's also not here. But it's a one-to-one. I have been Sarah. Paul, I'm off to find my 5%. I have to think about that with coffee later. That's really good. So thank you. And Silvia, you know, well done. I know how nerve-wracking it is, that first presentation. I've got my second one coming up soon, so I don't think it's going to be quite as bad because I know everyone a little bit more now, so you feel a bit more relaxed. And Silvia's been doing some cleaning for me. She's been sending the lovely Amelia, and it's been great. So well done, and thanks very much. See you next week.
Rather marvellous. Thank you. Sarah Smith, I was able to give a referral to, but she's not here. Thank you very much. This is Sally. We had a social, I'll say with work. Thank you. Paul Corrigan, a marvellous one-to-one. Thank you for that. Yes, I really enjoyed that, but it was great to be reminded about your specialisms. Because cleaning doesn't cover what you do. And the whole world of clutter and death cleaning and so on is amazing. So that was a great reminder, well put across. Thank you. And thank you, Paul, for getting us going on that. I will pass it on to George. He's been offered a chance to take over 65 backstage staff at one of the London opera houses, and they've been doing it their way for decades. A cushy number. They even go off to the pub during the performance. And George is meant to be the clean sweeping broom, and he's going to meet such resistance. But I will mention the 5% rule. That could be of interest. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. And just I I had one volunteer. Amazing one. Thank you so much for your time. I would like to say it was amazing. I was thinking about my 5%. Many of my clients are really in that office marketing, commercial marketing. That's something we have to just have to look at. I think that's my 5%. Thank you so much.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it there.
Another one.
Quick one, Jane. I've got to ask you. You said about waiting staff. You don't do waiting staff. Would a waiting staff agency be of interest to you?
Only if they liaise with the client. We don't want to
Yeah.
be the. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
So we need to do this.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's it.
it is from sale. Right. No doubt about the sunshine out there, no doubt about the weather that's with us, but it's going to disappear. I throw it open. First of all, I'm going to do a referral reality check, looking back at referrals from last week's meeting, just to see what they turned into. First one is from Blake to Aidan. Mate of mine wants a will.
Yeah, you get in contact?
No, I haven't been in touch.
Wow,
Sort him out.
He hasn't died yet, so.
Second one is from Clara to Blake. Smart home review. Me, as
Yeah.
discussed.
We haven't sort of managed to get a date together, but we've been sort of trying to organise it, but yeah, going to do that.
From Dave to Paul C. Water heater.
Yeah, it's all booked in for Monday, didn't Monday?
Last one then. From Terry to Steve. TM Law Office Insurance Brokers. Fabulous. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Scott. Right, has anybody got the announcements they wish to make to the meeting?
The property synergy meeting is after this meeting. If you're free, please stay.
Jane?
And next week, there's a synergy meeting afterwards, my one, and it's dealing with conflict.
So just really quickly, every year I run a yoga retreat for a day, and it's on the 5th of July this year, and I will post the details onto the group and the booking link if anyone, I know you will want to come, because still and them at the big yippee. But I'll just be posting the link on the group, just to let you know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Just a reminder for Monday quiz night. I'll put an email out later on today as well. So I think Stephen's going to go as well. So we've got 2 teams of 6.
That's good.
Yeah.
How on earth did he get out with that? I still say.
Yeah.
Who's John?
Someone will wait
We were fine.
I really wanted to. I missed it. Anybody else? No. Okay. Right. I'm going to send you on your way out to the sunshine. I hope you have a great week. I won't be here next week, but I'll see you the week after. Have a good day. Have a good week.